Welcome, race fans, to another night of great action out here with KMA Racing. I am Scott Kolovic, your announcer for the evening, and this is KMA TV. Trucks and Tuesday night trucks here on Tuesday night, proudly brought to you by our good friends at Pro Automotive. Big shout out there to Jason Russo, Pro Automotive, joining us out here in tonight's field. Eyes will be on Jason Russo, our sponsor for Tuesday night trucks. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are sitting out here at Darlington. The Lady in Black. The track that can't be tamed. Going to be a very interesting night out here at Darlington. But I tell you what, we got some great weather action out here. Track temp 75, air temp of 65. Cool night, overcast. Hoping these tires are going to stick. 1.3 miles in length. Egg-shaped. Something to do about the farmer having the land and not wanting to get out of a minnow pond. At least that story goes, told to me by Joel, and that's the reason why. It is egg-shaped. Nonetheless, on this 1.311 mile track, drivers have been out here practicing. Practicing hard. There's going to be thrills. There's going to be spills. There's going to be chills. This is what these drivers have asked for, ladies and gentlemen. They wanted to get off of those super speedways. We've taken those speedways out of the equation on our upcoming Monday, Tuesday, and Friday night series. I'm going to be running one speedway. That'll be Daytona along about week 7 or 8. 4th of July weekend, we gave Daytona back to the boys. Playing out there on that big track. But other than that, next week, we actually will open up at Dover. The Monster Mile. Makes me have flashbacks there to the time we ran out there at Martinsville. And we have got Martinsville on that schedule as well. So I tell you what, 15 weeks of racing coming up starting Monday. All 3 nights will be live broadcast on KMA TV. We're going to be running the same track per week. Running the Xfinity class on Mondays. Going to the same track there on Tuesdays, but doing it in the trucks. And on Fridays, we'll be doing that same track out there in the Cup cars. Most powerful cars that iRacing does have to offer. So if you don't do well on Monday there at Pocono, we'll see how you fare over there in the trucks on Pocono on Tuesday. And on Cup cars, all 3 races will also be ran for points. So 15 weeks, 45 live broadcasts coming to you on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays. Big shout out there too. Pro Automotive for our Tuesday night series. We have got Blaze Pizza taking care of us on that Friday night series. Big shout out there to Greg McClendon and Blaze Pizza. And there on Monday, my very good friend Richie B. Richie B's Pizza out of Dothan, Alabama. Great sponsors, great racing coming to you, ladies and gentlemen. Drivers are wrapping up their qualifying times. And I tell you what, out here at Darlington, qualifying is going to be critical. I guarantee you we are going to see a caution or 2 out here tonight. Might even see 5 or 6. Hopefully it won't go back to the way it was there at Milwaukee and seeing 14. But nonetheless, we'll see who can try to tame the track that can't be tamed. Drivers are lining up out there on that very front order. We do have Travis Browder. And I tell you what, folks, that is absolutely no surprise to me. Travis Browder out there in that number 1 position starting off tonight's race with a 27-1-1-2. Side by side with the number 76 of Ronald Klein. Position 2 with a 27-2-3-4. Position 3 tonight belonging to our sponsor for the night, Jason Russo, with a 27-3-5-9. And position 4 belonging to Chris Hogue in the number 6 tonight. Position 5 belonging to Ryan Kuhn. Not infield. Position 6 belonging to Donald Stewart. Donald Stewart loving the Red Sox, and he is side by side with the number 20. Number 20 belonging to, I believe that is Dave Acacia. Eric Stiles in the 0-1, position 7. Not in field, position 8. Lee Ryerson Jr. back there near the rear of the field. Ben Gear, Joel Guy taking up P11 and 12. Starts and restarts will be most critical out here tonight at this 1.3 mile track. Slow and steady will win this race out here tonight at Darlington. Now, these drivers will not be getting up there to stop speeds in any way, shape, or form. Might even be using a little bit of brake out here. They try to stay off those brakes. The more you use those brakes, that wears out them tires. It's going to be you against the track, not you against other drivers. I would fully expect tonight's drivers to get completely spread out. And only a maybe top 1 or top 3, really out there making a statement. But it will be who can control these Chevy Silverados and Toyota Tundras the best out here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, kicking off for 100 laps in the Tuesday Night Truck Series. And we are at Darlington. Travis Browder actually changing his number over to the 51 today for his good buddy Kyle Busch. And Travis, I guess, met up one time at this track. He told me that earlier tonight. So for Travis, I tell you what, that would be a really cool thing for Travis to come out here and win tonight. Travis Browder in the number 51 Toyota Tundra kicking us off for 100 laps here at Darlington. And Travis already making quite the statement out here. Ronald Klein sitting in position 2. Ronald Klein representing RTK Motorsports. Jason Russo in position 3. Jason Russo kissing up that wall just a little bit. That's going to slow him down, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we're going to jump up in that blimp and let you get a bird's eye view of this egg shape. It's shaped like an egg. There is no other explanation about that. You got turns 1, turns 2, 3, 4 being the narrow end of it. Jason Russo recovering from that smack to the wall. But we can already tell 1, 2, and 3, they are spread out. Donald Stewart sitting in 4th with a big lead already between Dave Acacia and Lee Ryerson Jr. Lee Ryerson Jr. sporting the Angels Never Die. Hey, big shout out there too. Lee Ryerson Jr. showing his support for PAD, people against distracted driving. Started 10th, already gaining 4 positions up to P6. Looking at speeds of 162 down to 158, back up to on the backstretch. Looking at only being able to get them up to about 173 miles per hour. Getting off that accelerator, no brake, coming around it at 164. Back up to 175. Lee Ryerson Jr. trying to track down the number 20 of Dave Acacia. Dave Acacia running very smooth lines, very good lap times. Running a last lap of a 28.673 compared to a 28.724 of Lee Ryerson. Lee Ryerson just a shade slower, but it does appear he is catching him on those corners. A little bit closer as Dave Acacia goes up into that upper lane. We are already seeing that tire wear coming into play, ladies and gentlemen. These tires tonight here, they are going to take a kicking as that car does start to get looser and the vehicle does slide up higher. Tire wear already wearing out. 5 laps in. Straight line formation. Again, I will mention, ladies and gentlemen, this will be a driver against the track. Drivers very nicely spread out. Donald Stewart starting 6, up to 4th position. Checking in on the number 91 of Joel Guy. Joel Guy already up to position 7. Started out here in position 12. Running lap times of 28.696. Number 12 up Ben Gear. Trying to chase down the number 91 of Joel Guy. Again, very, very good lap times. Actually, Ben Gear last lap of a 28.547 with fast lap of a 4.84. Getting a little loose coming out of the corner there. Does appear to be gaining ground with the number 91 of Joel Guy up there in the distance. Lee Ryerson and David Casey still battling it out for position 5. Joel Guy trying to track down the number 8 Lee Ryerson and the Angels Never Die. Already seeing those sparks flying out of these Tundras and Silverados. Already seeing those marbles bouncing up. Joel Guy drifting up way high into that corner, letting out of it down to 153 miles per hour. Getting back into that throttle up to 172 on entry. Checking in our race leader, Travis Browder.
Caution is out. Hold your...
Taking a look at the number 91 of Joel Guy. I do believe possibly bringing out that caution. Joel Guy braking just a little bit loose, braking it to the left side, nose first into that wall. That will bring out our first caution of the night, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the cockpit seat of Joel Guy and see exactly what he was looking at. One more time coming around, takes that corner just a little bit too much. Contact with the wall. Unfortunate break for the number 91 of Joel Guy, but he will have a reset truck to get into out here tonight. So he is definitely not out of tonight's race in any way, shape, or form. Drivers into pit road. Travis Browder leading first round of pit road. Unfortunately, it will be underneath caution. All drivers should be expected to take all 4 tires to get a full tank of fuel. Mighty long drive down pit row when you are in that P1 position. Travis Browder carefully making his way into pit row. Ronald Klein, position 2. Jason Russo, position 3. Underneath our first caution of the night, falling on lap 13 of 100. How about it, Travis Browder? Have you got a copy?
Hey, Captain. How you doing tonight?
Doing good, buddy. You seem to know what you're doing around here at Darlington. Talk to us about Darlington. Tell us how to get around it.
Darlington is it's an X-shaped racetrack. 1 and 2 is pretty good. 3 and 4, you gotta get in the corner just right through the center and off the corner. It's gonna be saving tires pretty much throughout this race, is what I see. We'll see what happens.
All right, well, we saw you and Ronald and Donald and Jason, straight line formation. Are we going to see any 3 or 4 wide out here tonight?
We don't see any 3 wide much on this track, but you can go 2 wide here. But this track is really, really challenging and hard to pass. So it's a one-groove racetrack to try to pass on. It's very challenging.
Alrighty. All right. Well, good luck to you, Travis. Tell us real quick about the number change.
Kyle Busch drives number 51 in the Camping World Truck Series for Kyle Busch Motorsports. So I decided to change to number 51, so I chose to.
Alrighty. Well, big shout out there to you and Kyle Busch. You met him here one time, didn't you?
Yes, sir. 3 years ago at this track, and this is where I met him. It's amazing.
All right, pretty cool stuff. All right, good luck to you, Tebow.
Thank you, Captain. Have fun.
All right, Travis Browder having a good experience there with Kyle Busch. Ronald Klein sitting in second position, running with RTK Motorsports. Donald Stewart showing his love for those Boston Red Sox. Jason Russo, position 4. Pro Automotive, our sponsor for the night, and Chris Hogue sitting in position 5th. Napa Auto Sports, nice looking Chevy Silverado. Dave Acacia, Flex Volt in the number 20, restarting 6th position. Ben Gear, Reds, Cider L, nice looking truck right there. Lee Ryerson in the Angels Never Die P8. Joel Guy, 1 lap down, showing his support, celebrating on with the Memorial Day icon Chevy Silverado. All right, ladies and gentlemen, drivers are side by side, getting ready to go back to green flag racing. These drivers have got 15 laps in. They're pretty well warmed up, ready to go. I think we might actually see some double file racing here on this restart. Many things to focus on these restarts. There are rules to follow. Drivers are following all rules. No 3 wide at the start. No jumping your position. No advancing your position. And very clean start by Travis Browder. But doesn't appear that Ronald Klein didn't quite get the jump that I think Jason Russo, the number 14, was anticipating. Side by side with contact with Jason Russo. I do believe Donald Stewart possibly drifting up into the side. Donald Stewart just about nipping that wall on the aftermath of that. Donald Stewart taking a wide path. Not much damage done to either truck. I really don't think it's going to affect the way the number 14 handles. Oftentimes, truck might handle a little bit better after it gets just a little ding in the right place. We're going to keep an eye on Jason Russo, but he does seem to be drawing the number 78 of Donald Stewart right back in. Jason Russo started 3rd, currently is in that 4th position. Back up to that wall a little bit. All right, that's Chevy Silverado having a little bit more damage than what I anticipated. Back up to Donald Stewart. Donald Stewart in 3rd position, trying to make way with the number 76 of Ronald Klein. Donald Stewart, a good old boy. Very good friend of mine. Taking a deep dive there, working his way around the number 76 of Ronald Klein. He's got him up to the bumper. He has caught that bumper of the Autism Awareness Chevy Silverado being driven by Ronald Klein and RTK Motorsports. Down into that corner one more time, up to that wall. Big turn. Hang on to it there, Louie. Big dive down into the center lane. Wiggling, but not quite able to get there and complete that pass. Letting out of that engine. Big deal right there. Behind our race leader up, Travis Browder, by 1/2 a second. He has made it to the rear end. A little bit of a bump. Not sure if he actually bumped him or not, but they were tighter than a hair in a biscuit right there. I tell you what, if the number 76 were a donut and Donald Stewart were a fat man, we could talk about that all day. Ladies and gentlemen, big dive, trying to get around, and he is knocking on that door of the Autism Awareness truck. Takes an awful lot to pass out here at Darlington. And I tell you what, Donald Stewart is like the little engine that could, and he's not going to quit till he does, taking it one more time. And what really surprises me is they're not losing a lot of the time off of Travis there right now at a .632. Possibly they're actually helping one another out. Ronald Klein looking at the caution coming out. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, right there we have it. The number 12 going to back it up one more time, a little bit further. Number 12 and number 8 racing. 12 trying to catch him up, coming around to that corner. And away she goes, round and round goes the number 12. Same thing that caused that first caution with the number 91 of Joel Guy. Just trucks coming out, breaking loose. Going to get him back into pit row, but surely that will cost Ben Gear his backup vehicle. Travis Browder out there on that front line one more time, leading 23 of 23 laps. This will bring out our second caution of the night at Darlington. And I tell you what, folks, these drivers were actually doing a little bit better than I thought they would. I was a little nervous coming in here to Darlington. We have got Pocono on that schedule. We've got Richmond, and we all remember Richmond, just like Milwaukee. But so far, these drivers appearing to do a pretty darn good job. And I tell you what, once these drivers are out here on this track, they're going to get stretched out. That gets kind of boring to watch. So I actually like the restarts. Get a little bit of side-by-side, a little bit of chase action going on. That is a mighty long road down pit row. You started up there in the front. I tell you what. Ronald Klein, RTK Motorsports, taking rights. Be taking lefts, I'm sure. Autism awareness. Race off pit row with the Boston Red Sox fan Donald Stewart and Jason Russo. Donald Stewart winning that race. How about it, Ronald Klein? Have you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir, Scott. Go ahead.
All right. He seems like you and Travis and Donald know what y'all are doing out here. Talk to me about how can you tame this track tonight?
I'm gonna try. You overdrive the car, she's gonna get into the wall and get the famous Darlington stripe. So I'm trying not to do that early. Try not to burn my stuff up. Looks like that's what Travis was doing, and Donald was being pretty patient behind me too as well. So.
Well, I tell you what, we were right on you in your cockpit right there with you and Donald, and it seemed like you were losing maybe a tenth every 4 or 5 laps. I mean, not much at all. So you guys were, I think, working together, and you were keeping Travis right there on his toes. But how are those tires holding up?
The tires are holding up pretty good. The first run, I think we had about 14 laps on them, and you did notice a little bit giving up in 3 and 4, not so much in 1 and 2. But again, just taking it easy and not going to push the issue till late in the race.
Alrighty, and finally, tell us about RTK.
RTK Motorsports is my dirt racing company. Kind of brought it into sim racing as well. I got a teammate, and unfortunately he's not able to be here tonight, but we're still under KMA. We race for KMA and hope to get a win for KMA.
Alright, thank you, sir. Good luck. Show him how it's done. Keep Travis on his toes.
Got it. Thanks, Scott.
Ronald Klein with RTK Motorsports. Big shout out there to Ronald Klein. The teammate he was actually talking about is Brad Ream. I think he normally is in the number 61. But a big shout out to both of those drivers. Big shout out to the fans out there on KMA TV. I appreciate you hanging out with us. 15 weeks, Monday, Tuesdays, and Fridays. Continual broadcasting, along with our first of the month pad race. Speaking of which, I'm going to have to reschedule that one there, folks. I will be in transit from Alabama with new equipment. So that's going to be really cool stuff right there. Really looking forward to the new equipment. Things will go a little bit smoother here with KMA TV, but we're making all that happen this weekend. Got a couple of teammates actually helping to make that happen. So I gotta love the guys over at KMA Racing. Travis Browder, Donald Stewart, Ronald Klein, Jason Russo, Lee Ryerson. Our top 5, 9 drivers in the field. Pace car is in. And away goes Travis. Big start out there by Travis, Donald Stewart, and Jason Russo. Going to try to work it again. Ronald Klein on that inside. Jason Russo a little slow up on that corner, a little bit higher up. Ronald Klein, Donald Stewart, once again trying to track down the number 51 of Travis Browder. Big run there by Donald Stewart. Ronald Klein being very patient. I do believe their plan is once they get around Travis, then those two can start racing it up. But I tell you what, they are having their hands full out here with Travis Browder, straight line formation, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Lee Ryerson, 5th position. Dave Acacia sitting back there in 6th position. That is lap traffic of Joel Guy. Joel Guy smoking, coming down that long back stretch. Joel Guy making his way into pit row. Joel Guy having some mechanical difficulties. Blown engine. Not sure what the cause of that is, but nonetheless, I do believe that will put him in the hauler onto the trailer. Unfortunate break there for Joel Guy, but making sure he did not bring out that caution. Lee Ryerson. Dave Casey in number 12 of Ben Gear. Racing hard. Number 12 of Ben Gear up into the wall. Ben Gear going for a ride. Hold her straight there, brother. Ben Gear making sure that he did not bring out the next caution, but having a little bit of difficulty there. Chris Hogue still alive, making his way around this track. And I tell you what, Chris Hogue is in 7th position, started 4th. You know, we've already seen a couple of fast guys get up there, pop that wall. One thing about Darlington, one thing about Dover, one thing about Richmond, I mentioned the little engine that could. Well, you know, you get a race out there with the tortoise and with the hare, and the hare's going to hit that wall, hare's going to spin out, and you're going to have this tortoise coming around that track, and the tortoise is going to win just about every time. So you got to keep in mind, folks, we are only on lap 32 of 100. We've got to get in and out of pit row. There's probably going to be one more spin out, I would estimate. So I think Chris Hogue right now is in an extremely good position. Travis Browder out there in front, still having to contend with the number 78 of Donald Stewart. Travis Browder, our current race leader, been leading up there for 33 laps. Donald Stewart doing his darndest to track him down, and Jason Russo still in a very solid 4th place position. Several drivers out here finding their way, and the number 78, is that the number 78? That'll fly that caution. Looking at the number 78 of Donald Stewart. I had mentioned we were possibly going to see one more self-spin, and there goes the number 78 of Donald Stewart breaking loose. Not a lot of damage, though, on the rear end of that Chevy Silverado. May possibly get away with just letting them bring out the hammers, beating those dents out. I don't think that's going to necessarily cost him his backup truck for the night. Nonetheless, Donald Stewart spinning her out. On lap 35, Travis Browder, Jason Russo, Ronald Klein, Donald Stewart, of course, Lee Ryerson. Hey, we are all heading in here to pit row. Fuel and tires guaranteed on lap 35 of 100 underneath our third caution of the night. Travis Browder showing us how to get her done. Big shout out there to Jason Russo and Pro Automotive, foreign and domestic emission diagnostics, AC service, all makes and models. Dudley, Massachusetts. Jason Russo started third, currently in third position. Big shout out there to Jason Russo. How about it, Jay? You got a copy?
I got you, Scott. How you doing?
Doing very good. We were checking out your commercial there, out there on the KMA TV chat. Tell us a little bit about Pro Automotive.
Pro Automotive, we're here for all your professional automotive needs. We're located in Dudley, Massachusetts. You can check us out online on Facebook or at proautomotivema.com.
Alrighty, copy that, and also thank you for our upcoming series. I tell you what, we're out here at Darlington. I think we got Pocono coming up. We're going to see Richmond. These guys were hooting and hollering about wanting to get off of those speedways. We've only got one speedway set for the 4th of July weekend. How are you feeling going into this very tough new season?
I think it's going to be awesome. I really do. I think once we get the first couple in, it's going to bring out a lot more, and maybe even more than that to come.
Alrighty, copy that. Alright, good luck to you, Jason Russo.
Thank you.
Alright, big shout out there to Jason Russo. Now, he's very comfortable going into this new series. We are going to open it up at Dover, the Monster Mile. I'm scared going to Dover myself, so I can only imagine how some of these drivers, but you know, as my good friend Edward Bray preaches, you know, practice, 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 practice. It is simple as that. This schedule has been posted out here for 4 weeks now. I don't even have it memorized, but I tell you what, a good word of advice for these drivers heading into this upcoming 15-week, 3 races a week series will be practice, practice, and practice. And I tell you what, from the looks of tonight, I can tell who has been out here practicing. Travis, Jason, Ronald, and Donald. All these guys were out here practicing. Chris Hogue, he's been out here practicing. He's a big-time practicer. Big shout out there to Chris Hogue. But I tell you what, a lot of these tracks, you know, I plain out do not like the short tracks. There are guys out here that do like the short tracks, can perform well at any track. So it'll be a very tough but interesting upcoming season that will kick off 1 week from yesterday. Seven drivers remaining out here tonight for Darlington. Lap 38 of 162 to go. Pace car is in. Travis Browder, Jason Russo, Travis Browder, and away goes Travis. Ronald Klein just about side by side with Jason Russo. Jason Russo up into that upper lane, side by side there with Ronald Klein. Very tight racing there. Wow, tighter than a hair in a biscuit right there between Jason Russo, Ronald Klein, Donald Stewart. We got some racing going on, ladies and gentlemen. Jason Russo in that number 14, keeping a very close eye on the rear end of the number 76 of Ronald Klein, trying to get up close as they come around those corners, trying to negotiate that corner just a little bit more. Donald Stewart just playing follow the leader. Jason Russo making a dive onto that inside, but not able to pull through on it. Won't be seeing much on the outside side. All your passing here is going to be done on the inside, and that front door is open. And Jason Russo, he's a coming and knocking. Ronald Klein letting him by very cleanly. Donald Stewart getting a run on the number 76 of Ronald Klein. Donald Stewart falling to 1.7 behind the leader, Dave Acacia, sitting back in position 5, 3.1 seconds back. Travis Browder making short work of tonight's race. His nearest competition is Jason Russo, 1.3 seconds back. And Jason has his hands full here with Ronald Klein and Donald Stewart. Beautiful track out here at Darlington. Beautiful scenery. But as you will notice, as we do watch from the blimp, it is actually shaped like an eggshell. Very interesting track. Pocono, another interesting track. It's shaped almost like a triangle. A lot of these different shaped tracks, they'll screw with your drivers. You know, get out there in Talladega. We can drive Talladega blindfolded day in, day out. Nothing but a thing. But you bring the boys down here to Richmond, Milwaukee. They usually do pretty good out there at Michigan and Indianapolis. Did very well last night at Indy. But tonight over here at Darlington is going better than I thought. Ladies and gentlemen, lap 45 of 100, only 3 cautions. Donald Stewart still putting that pressure on the number 76 of the Ronald Klein. The Ryerson sitting back in 6th position. The Ryerson with that fast lap of a 48.424 up to a 4.4, up to a 6.52. Lap times will fall off as you do go around this 123-mile track. Ben Gear started 11th, currently in 7th position. Trying to work his way around the number 8 of Lee Ryerson. Getting a little bit loose coming around that corner. Have to really watch the ass end of these Silverados and Tundras. They're not as heavy as one would think. Getting a big run, getting back into it. Ben Gear thinking I can do this all day long, but I tell you what, there will come a point in time where you have got to start working on that pass. We're almost to the halfway point, and lap times are falling off. Tires are falling off. Ben Gear getting a little bit of a run here, possibly setting up for that inside pass. Sliding up a little bit more than I think he was intending right there. Looking like he is suffering a little bit of front end damage. Not seeing any damage from that angle, so he is good to go. Driver's getting up there flirting with that wall. That wall is not your friend out here at Darlington. Jason Russo in 2nd place. Been out. Looking at the number 91 of Joel Guy. Beautiful looking truck showing his sport for the armed forces, but unfortunately taking a hard hit into the wall on lap 52. Does appear he will be able to drive her back into pit row. That will put Joel Guy 3 laps down as he does make his way into pit row. Travis Browder, number 51 tonight, dominating, leading 52 laps. Travis, Jason, Donald, and Ronald making their way into pit row. Dave Acacia opting not to pit. That will put him in that first place position with Lee Ryerson sitting in second. How about it, Lee Ryerson? Have you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you doing? What are you doing up here in that second place position?
Not quite sure. I missed the pits there. I think I'm going to dive in here so I can move to the back, get a little bit more feeling of the truck, and get a better feeling of the track. So therefore, it's nice to run in second for a little bit.
Alrighty, copy that. Tell me a little bit about the truck. We're seeing the beautiful Angels Never Die.
On my truck?
Mm-hmm. We are seeing the pad, Angels Never Die. That's a good cause.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a good sponsor. You know, they do sponsor a lot of races, and it's always for a good cause. So.
All right, appreciate the support. Watch you into pit row. Good luck to you.
Thank you. You too.
Lee Ryerson heading into pit row. Talked about missing his pit stop there. That's actually what put him out there onto that front line. Pitting here, going into pit row with these guys. You can see it's kind of thin and narrow. Things get crowded up a little bit. Ben Gear, Lee Ryerson Jr. Got to cooperate out here going down pit row. Staying to the right. Doing a good job here. I will, of course, have Travis Browder remaining in position 1, Jason Russo position 2, Donald Stewart in position 3. How about it, Donald? Have you got a copy, sir?
How you doing, Scott?
Doing good. I feel like I am announcing the Travis, Jason, Donald, and Ronald show tonight. You guys are up there. 1, 2, 3, 4. You know what you're doing. Are you going to tame this track?
She done bit me twice already. I need to just settle down and try not to race these guys and race the track like I'm supposed to.
Alright, so it is more against you against the track rather than driver on driver.
Oh, definitely. You gotta hit your marks every corner, no mistakes, in order to get around here fast.
Alrighty, copy that. Talk to me a little bit about the Boston Red Sox. I see you in that truck a lot.
Yeah, it's John Hedrick. He painted up for me for my dad. He's a big Boston Red Sox fan, and so for the baseball season, I figured I'd run this truck as much as I can in his honor.
Alrighty, sounds good. Looking good. Doing good. Alright, great job, Donald.
Thank you, and good job up there too. I like the new broadcast you got going on.
Thank you, sir. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, getting ready to get back to some green flag racing. Actually had a very good run right there. Drivers doing a good job out here tonight, trying to tame the lady in black. 7 drivers remaining out here. A lot of drivers are hesitant to get out onto some of these shorter tracks that aren't normally ran, but we're going to break them without a habit with our upcoming season opener up at Dover in 1 week, next Monday. And away goes Travis, and away goes Jason and Donald Stewart, already racing Side by side, Donald Stewart down there onto the inside. Jason Russo a little bit quicker up on that higher lane and are immediately back down into that single file formation. Ronald Klein, he's not far behind, sitting in position 4. Ben Gear in it to win it in the number 12 Reds, Apple L. Ben Gear with a good run up onto the number 76 of Ronald Klein. Ronald Klein just a few feet away from the rear end of Donald Stewart. And up comes the number 20 of David Casey. David Casey with a big run up onto the number 12. David Casey in the Flex Volt Dollar General number 20. David Casey started 8th, currently is in position 6, trying to make his way up to the rear end of Ben Gear. Holding almost identical lap times. We are still not in those closing laps, folks. Tire wear is still very critical out here. Checking in with Ronald Klein. Ronald Klein maintaining his hunt for Donald Stewart. Donald Stewart still looking at that rear end of Jason Russo. Jason Russo just a stone's throw away from Travis Browder. Actually, Jason Russo really starting to move up there to Travis Browder. Third of a second back, gaining 0.23, 0.21. Jason Russo very close to Travis Browder here on lap 59. Taking a look at their lines, they are going to be approaching slower traffic. Slower traffic can be a game changer. Lap 60 of 100. Jason Russo finally getting up there to Travis Browder. Travis Browder, I think, might be doing just a shade of sweating right now. Donald Stewart falling 1.4 seconds back. Having a little bit of difficulty. Donald Stewart into the wall. Having some netcode issues. Oh no, say it isn't so. Oh, that's going to slow down. A little bit of netcode right there. Donald Stewart experiencing. Well, you saw it, ladies and gentlemen. That is netcode. He was sparking. Good racing up here with Jason Russo coming around the lap traffic of the number 91 of Joel Guy. David Casey is sitting back in 5th place. All right, checking in on Donald Stewart. He does seem to have gotten his situation back online. Oftentimes, the wife jumping on a Netflix or a cell phone call. A lot of things can trigger that netcode. But Donald Stewart back to being safe and sound with the number 76 of Ronald Klein as they approach the lap traffic of the number 91 of Joel Guy. Joel Guy still in it to win it, but unfortunately is 7 laps down. Anything can happen out here. Donald Stewart, position 4. I do believe Donald Stewart is having some very serious internet issues tonight. Travis Browder, Jason Russo battling hard. Huge gap between position 2 and position 3. This may just come down to a Travis versus Jason show. Jason Russo still hanging tough with Travis. About a 1/4 of a second there separates positions 1 and 2. Only 2 lead changes tonight happening underneath caution. Travis Browder leading 65 of 66. And this is not the first time that I have seen Travis do this. Travis Browder, young driver, but very experienced within the iRacing world. Within the racing deal, this is where he met Kyle Busch 3 years ago. So for Travis to bring home a win tonight at Darlington, well, I'll tell you what, I'm not so sure there's much more you could give a young man. But Jason Russo getting that nose up underneath, Travis leaving that door open, and that'll put Jason Russo out there in the front. Travis Browder trying to get it back. There was a nice move, nice clean move there performed by Jason Russo. Travis Browder might be a little confused right now, not knowing what he's doing on the rear end of another truck. He has led so many laps, but something Travis does have to keep in mind. You know, it goes back to the proverbial fox chasing down the rabbit. And you would think the fox would always outrun that rabbit. Well, the thing is the fox, he's only chasing for a meal. The rabbit, he's running for his life. Point being, right now with Jason up there in front, you know, he is in essence running for his life. So Travis Browder has that option to just sit and wait. We've still got 30 laps to go. We have still got one more round of fuel stops. Big time slower traffic there in the middle of that track. Staying with the Travis and Jason show here on lap 70. Travis Browder being extremely patient. But he is holding tight right there with a 0.1. Jason leaving that door open. Travis is beginning to get a little tempted. You can almost feel the dive when these drivers do come around that corner, utilizing every bit of this 1.3-mile track. Big shout out to Jason Russo showing that pad logo on the back end of that Silverado. We're up on the nose end of Travis Browder. With viewer tape to the hood of Travis Browder, this is what you would be looking at. 170 plus miles an hour down this black asphalt here at Darlington. Jason Russo out there in first place. He's got nothing but absolute clean air out in front. Looking at it from the rear end of Jason Russo. Jason Russo taking a hit to that wall. I will not throw that caution out, ladies and gentlemen. But we were on that gearbox as that did come into play. Jason Russo able to save it. But we're going to go back and take a real quick look at exactly what did happen with Jason Russo. Racing hard with it, and Jason Russo just drifts up into that wall. Well, that does happen here at Darlington. Tough break there for Jason Russo, but he is still in it. Still having to get another pit stop in. He can time it. He is not out of this race, ladies and gentlemen. Huge break, though, for Travis Browder. Travis Browder's nearest competition is Ronald Klein. Ronald Klein, though, 9.2 seconds back. So right now, Travis Browder breathing a huge sigh of relief out here at Darlington. Donald Stewart sitting in second position. Ronald Klein in third position at 10.5 back. Jason Russo in fourth position, 10.9 back. Now that's not bad, folks. Jason Russo getting loose, going for a ride, getting it back together, back out, and he is still gaining ground. Coming around the number 76 of Ronald Klein, putting him up to third place position. Well, I tell you what, folks, that ride to the wall that Jason Russo took, I do believe that just fired him up. Actually, he may have already been in and out of pit row. He's got to have gone in and out of pit row, folks. He is obviously on brand new tires and tearing up that track. Donald Stewart experiencing a little bit of net code disappearing. It's the Magic Donald show. Donald getting down off that track. Net code prevailing out here tonight with Donald Stewart. Tough break there for Donald Stewart. Hopefully Donald will be able to get the net code fixed. Travis Browder out here in position 1. Jason Russo back up to position 2. Jason Russo obviously going into pit row already. Got those fresh tires. He's fueled up and ready to go. 11.3 seconds back off of our race leader, Travis Browder. Ronald Klein still in it to win it as well. Not far off of Jason Russo. Not sure if Ronald Klein has gone into pit row or not. RTK Motorsports, though, representing well out here tonight. Position 3. With 19 laps to go, looking at our running order, Travis Browder, Jason Russo, Ronald Klein, Donald Stewart, Dave Casey, and Ben Gear. Travis Browder dominating out here tonight at Darlington, leading 78 laps. Jason Russo working his way up to position 2. 12.6 seconds back off of Travis Browder. Ronald Klein position 3, 13 seconds back. And Donald Stewart position 4, 16 seconds back. Lap 85 of 115 laps to go. Drivers are running lap times of 28. Ronald Klein brushing up to that wall. Underneath green flag, we are looking at about 7 more minutes for Jason and Ronald to get the job done. But they are 12 and 14 seconds back. Not real sure that's going to happen. Donald Stewart, position 4. David Casia, position 5, 20 seconds back. Ben Gear still alive. First driver 1 lap down. Lee Ryerson still running. He is 4 laps down, and Joel Guy 9 laps down, but not giving up. Joel Guy What a trooper out here tonight, showing his love for the troops. Joel Guy scraping onto that wall here on lap 87. Travis Browder approaching the lap traffic of Joel Guy. Joel Guy safely letting the number 51 by. Jason Russo in position 12. Position 2. Started third in position 2. 12 laps to go out of 100 tonight at Darlington. Travis and Jason came to Darlington to tame it. And tame it they have. The Jason Russo getting a little fresh with that wall. Jason had to put some wear and tear on those tires to get himself back up to second position. That's taking a beating on those tires though. His main objective at this point in time would be to hold off the number 76 of Ronald Klein, just a couple of seconds back off of the rear end of Jason Russo. Donald Stewart having a hard time out there with that internet tonight. Ronald, Jason, and Travis, they can see one another, but I'm just not so sure that it's going to make much of a difference this late in the race. Jason really having to let off of that throttle coming around those corners. Lap time significantly dropping. Now he had a fast lap of 27.2. Right now he is running 29. Almost a full 2-second drop. Jason Russo burning the tires off of that Chevy Silverado in an attempt to hold off number 76 of Ronald Klein. Now Ronald Klein in the same position. He ran a fast lap of a 27.4. Right now running a 29.1. Same situation. At this point in time, you are down basically to nubs. Travis Browder, not quite bad a shape. He is a fast lap of 27.2, still running mid-28s. So Travis Browder holding steady and strong out here tonight, dominating out here at Darlington. I can only assume these drivers do have enough fuel to bring her home tonight. Jason Russo, position 2, 6 to go, 12.4 seconds back. Big shout out to the drivers that were brave enough to come out here and attempt to tame Darlington. Not one of the favorite tracks out here for drivers to run, but this is what these drivers ask for. To get off those speedways and onto something different. Travis, Jason, Ronald seeming pretty happy tonight, along with Donald Stewart, Dave Case here. Definitely a small field, definitely a small track. That big time driving done by Travis Browder, Jason Russo, and Ronald Klein. Donald Stewart experiencing some internet issues, but I tell you what, if he hadn't, he would have been rocking and rolling tonight for sure. At this point in time, all Travis has to do is keep doing his thing. Travis Browder with a 13.8 second lead off of second place position, number 14, Jason Russo. Ronald Klein, 14.8 back. very impressed with young Travis Browder. Getting her done out here tonight at Darlington. We've only had 4 lead changes out here tonight, 4 cautions totaling 15 laps. Big shout out there to Jason Russo, Pro Automotive, our Tuesday night sponsor. Jason Russo should finish in position 2, which was totally amazing. Considering he did a loop-de-loop early on, fought his way back up through positions 4 and 5, passed up 3rd on to 2nd position. Ronald Klein, position 3, Jason Russo, position 2. And that will put Travis Browder into victory lane tonight. Well, good job, Travis Browder, taming Darlington. Travis Browder getting out there having some fun. Travis Browder had a lot of fun tonight. I can guarantee that. We're going to talk to Travis Browder very shortly.
Congratulations.
Alrighty, how about it, Ronald Klein? Have you got a copy, sir?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, you brought home 3rd place.
That's my first podium in KMA.
Alrighty, great job out there. We had talked to you once before earlier on. Anything, final thoughts here with Darlington?
Love the racetrack. I love coming here. I probably could have pushed a little bit harder. I took it easy on the truck. Especially 4 in case we got a long green flag, and then I waited too long in the end to push it. So it was a great race, though. I enjoyed it.
All right, very good. Congratulations on number 3.
Thank you, sir.
How about it, Jason Russo? Have you got a copy?
I got you, Scott.
All righty, well, thank you for the night tonight. We appreciate it. You almost brought her home tonight, Jason, but talk to me about how you did a little bit of spin out and you fought your way back up to 2nd place. That was awesome.
Yeah, got a little tight there in the middle of that run, and brushed the wall. Brushed the wall coming out of. I don't remember if it was 2 or 4, but
took him upstairs.
Brushed the wall, got loose, went on the inside. Travis had it from there. I think I was 4th at that point. Came back, passed Ronald and Donald, and came home 2nd.
All right.
I want to thank all the guys at KMA. A lot of fun racing with everybody here, and we'll catch you next time.
All righty, amazing night tonight for Jason Russo and Pro Automotive. Good job. All right, Travis, talk.
Hey,
Talk to me.
what a race. Woo!
You led a lap or 2.
Yeah, it was a fun race. It came down to fuel mileage actually. We pitted on, I believe, what was it, lap 56, something like that on the last caution. I went to save fuel for the last couple laps, and then when I went to the checker flag, I was 2 laps to the good. I made it to the end on gas, so it came down to fuel mileage.
All righty, well, I tell you what, you came here to Darlington to tame it, and tame it you did. Final shout-outs.
You Scott for KMA TV, John Hendrick over the top paints and designs, Ted for Gearhead Paint Shop, Mike Lynn for Pad, and big shout out to all the fans, especially Becky.
All righty, copy that. Becky is out there on that KMA TV chat.
Hi,
So
Becky.
she said good job, so great job.
Thank you, Becky. Thanks, guys.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to wrap it up as we look at our race results, but what a night out here for Travis Browder. Tune in again on Friday night. I do believe it is Pocono, but don't quote me on that. But nonetheless, we will be back with you Friday night. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.